Yeah, I feel like I've always had that notion of, if except at one time in my life, it was terrible. But that notion of, if I want to be with somebody else or I want to cheat on you, I would rather break up with you.
Absolutely.
And being in, like, for me, being in a relationship and then having a, like, that's the thing, I don't even understand the rules of being in an open relationship.
So, okay, the reason that I brought this topic to you was because I was watching Real Housewives.
Yeah.
And one of the new cast members, she and her husband tried an open relationship. I don't remember how many. She said it was like 7, 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Because she was bi-curious.
Yeah.
And she wanted to date a woman. And she gave him the pass that he could also date women. The rule that they put in place was that she couldn't date men. Like, it was only women were allowed. But she also said that her and one of the, I don't know if it was one or both, because she said there were 2 women. Like, they got like deep in a relationship, and she thought about ending her marriage because she
was falling for this girl.
She wanted to be with this woman.
Yeah.
Fast forward, her and her husband have now been together a total of 17 years. But she wanted to try other things, and he was like, all right, but you're not going to be the only one.
Yeah.
Which for me, she said that he like had like 10 women to her 2. And I was like, that just sounds like he's a cheater, and you were just
along for the ride.
Yeah, you were like, okay, babe, if you're going to cheat, then me too.
Yeah, like, I understand, you wanting to experience some things, because I saw the episode and everything like that, but
I'm sorry you had to sit through that.
Yeah. But I feel like in the open relationships, like, the idea of it is backwards.
What do you mean backwards?
Because if you're in a relationship with somebody, that's what you want. Right there. Otherwise, don't be in a relationship with somebody.
Should be what you want.
It should be what you want. You're basically trying to figure out if this is what I want or not. Otherwise, don't be in a relationship with somebody, because at that point you're wasting each other's time.
Definitely, I agree.
And so with me thinking that way, I don't get where it comes from. Hey, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I also want to try this out.
Okay.
Well, don't be in a relationship with me. Go try that out. See where we come back in the middle, because I can't do that.
I think that people are using the open relationship as a space holder.
Right. You hold tight while I go run over here. Let me go shoot this layup real quick. I'm
gonna still be with you.
Let me go shoot this layup.
But I'm gonna go hit this layup. Like, I play football, but that layup, like, I got a clean jump shot and I'm about to go get it. That's what it seems like.
That's like a hold my beer moment.
Hold my beer. I got 2 of them. Hold my beer. I'm gonna be over here with this one, and I'll be right back to get to you.
That's crazy, man. That's just like, it's crazy how it works too. People, like, it's basically, you gotta agree to it. I would assume, like, you can't.
That makes it open,
right? One person can't be like, I'm in an open marriage or open relationship, and the other one be like, nah.
That's like,
nah, that ain't what we doing over here.
Looks like my husband don't have a wife. What?
Wait a minute. What? Like, who does that?
How does that work?
Did y'all agree to that?
I don't know.
But I would assume that both parties have to agree to it, and then there has to be a boundary set. Like, you can't bring, like, you have to have some type of protection, because I feel like an open relationship is strictly, I'm finna go over here and have sex with these folks.
Absolutely.
Not, I'm finna go over here and really dig in to figure out if
we're just gonna like read books and drink wine.
No,
that's not happening.
We're finna get it in. Is what an open relationship is to me.
I think, like, when we were having the initial conversation about this episode, I was like, I don't understand it, because you as a man could go out and have sex with a woman, and what if this woman gets pregnant?
Right. That's the interesting part. It's like that has to be a part of the rules that hey, no babies. And then what happens if you do have a baby? Because I mean, you already gave me the pass to go out here and do what I want to do.
Like, I'm not prepared to be stepmama in a relationship.
Right. Do you
like imagine me telling my mother, oh, that's just Tommy's daughter, and that's the baby's mama. But this little girl is a year younger than my child. Like that, no.
it like, and for us, we're not understanding it because it's something that we're not like. It's cheating.
Yeah.
In my book, it's cheating, and
I'd much rather you as a couple go out and have a threesome than for you as the husband to go out and have sex with another woman.
So you talking about us or
no?
Oh, okay.
General's not specific.
Okay.
Nobody's talking about you.
I got you.
Nobody is talking about you.
Okay.
All right. So let's back that up again.
Okay.
I would rather those people.
Right, I got you.
I'm not talking about you at all because you're not in this. Those people can go out, and if you want to be with a girl, like,
go ahead,
bring that to your husband, and y'all try that together. I guess I would rather you do that than for you to go out here and then you get caught up and you're in a relationship with this woman, but you got a husband at home,
right? That just doesn't.
It doesn't go well with you.
No, it doesn't. So, like, the rules have to be set. Of course.
And at what point in your relationship
do you call it off?
Not even do you call it off. At what point do you start it? Because it doesn't seem like those are the happiest of times. Like when you bring it to your spouse.
And that's another thing. It's like, who brings it up? Who presents? Because if I come to you and say, "Hey, I want to be in an open relationship," this is a done deal.
I'll be like, look at my face.
Right, it's a done deal. But if you came to me as the woman of the relationship, all right, we can see where this goes. So my next question is, so what can we not do? You know?
So you would be for it.
What? No, I'm saying if that was no.
We're talking about that relationship.
Yeah, their relationship.
Okay.
We're not talking about mine. I'm not for it because if you come to me with some, I want to be in an open relationship. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be with me, man. Is what you're saying.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
What you're saying. You don't want to be with me, so it's no. That's a done deal for me.
I think that you're right. If the woman comes to her husband with it, it's not as frowned upon if the man comes to his wife. And I think that because we automatically think that men are just out trying to have sex.
And most of the time that's the case.
Right. So it looks less suspect if a woman is bringing it to her husband and saying, hey, got these feelings, just trying to explore them, but I don't want to lose you. But
you know something? I read somewhere, and I don't remember where, but it was in black and white, and I read it.
Look at you.
It said women cheat more than men.
I can believe that.
I can too.
It depends on like.
Y'all think y'all slicker than a can of oil, but you ain't.
If you put all the factors of cheating together, like not just having sex, but all of the things that lead up to having sex, like the emotional cheating and all that stuff, I definitely believe that women cheat more because women get attached easier than men do, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
But on the flip side, I don't think men can handle women that are not attached to them. They're just kind of like using them and throwing them away. Another story for another day.
I was gonna say I could handle that.
So you think?
I think I could.
You're not gonna get the chance.
No, I don't want the chance now. Shoot, man, I'm happy. I'm not in an open relationship. I'm not doing all that. But my thing is, I think men can handle that. Mm-hmm. After a while, they get tired of it.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think that's more so of the thing. They get tired of this like being used like that. Look at Boomerang, like he got attached.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's the type of example that I'm.
Oh, okay.
He's used to disposing of women,
right,
but
right,
the first time a woman disposed of him, he was like,
"It's a weird feeling.
My heart,
right?
You broke it. Why? Like I love you,
right, right."
And he doesn't understand how to feel,
right?
Although he took the girl that his boy was in love with, and
I mean, like that was like things happen like that, man. But I just feel like. With that one, he got attached to her.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come into the understanding that, hey, my lady is at home.
Mm-hmm.
We're just doing this because I'm in an open relationship and it's okay for me to do it.
The issue that I have with that, or the flaw in that, is that if you go out and you have a wife at home,
yeah,
and then you go get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend
has a girlfriend.
No, it's not approaching this more times than not. She's not approaching this as I'm with a guy who's in an open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I have a boyfriend and I want things to progress with my boyfriend into something else.
And see, that brings another question that I have is, what's the purpose of an open relationship?
So you can have sex with other people. That's all I'm getting.
So you can just have sex, because I what does a successful open relationship look like? Like successfully, this worked for us in an open relationship, and I feel like that's what I'm missing.
I've only seen 2 representations of open relationships. One fiction, one nonfiction.
Yeah.
So I watched the TV show Insecure.
Yeah.
And one of the characters, Dro, and his wife have a so-called open relationship. And I say so-called because we're gathering that his wife knows. We don't know how deep into it his wife is.
Yeah.
Or how that works. And he dated a friend. And the waters got muddy between him and the friend because the friend is like, okay, cool. You're just a guy that I have sex with. But then I have to go out and do like friend things and your wife is there.
Right. It's a little weird, right?
Yeah. And, the friend things are like, oh, this guy's having a birthday party. We're all going to show up. And yeah, it's okay for both of them to be there. But it's like, I can't flirt with you because your wife is there.
Right. Would that not be weird for the wife? Like, what type of relationship does, in that situation, do you see it where the wife and the quote-unquote girlfriend have a conversation with each other, and how does that conversation go? Because, you like, even on Love and Hip Hop, there was another open relationship that, the Tierra Marie, I feel like all that stuff is fake.
And I don't think that's not a good example.
But it's like the guy manipulated these girls so much where the wife was like, I know about this girl, and if you'd have acted right, you'd have been cool with the whole thing too. I don't get that.
I don't.
And so what is it that makes it accomplish whatever it's trying to accomplish?
I think that's the question that I need somebody to answer for us, because I, as a wife, could not be married to a man who has a girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. And
same thing for me. Like, and then that's another thing. With the open relationship, with the woman, is it always that she's gonna be going out with another woman, or is it this woman is okay to date men?
I think that's the rules that you have to set up with your relationship.
Oh, okay.
Because like the one that we were talking about on Real
Housewives, so there's no universal rule.
No, it's
for open relationship.
But it's kind of like how marriages don't have universal rules.
I get it, but it's some universal rules in marriages.
Maybe.
Okay.
Households. How about that?
I got you.
Because in some households, you have the husband who is the cooker and the cleaner and the wash everythinger. And in
Mhm.
other households, you have the wife does it. And in some households, you have both.
Yeah.
So I guess for that, it's a matter of, okay, let's figure out what works for us. Because for Shamari, on that episode, she said that she wanted to try women. She was only 21 when they started dating. She had sex with men before him, but not women. So she wanted to be with a woman. I'm taking it that he didn't have any qualms about, he didn't want to have sex with a man,
Right.
but he wasn't going to let her go out and have sex with women. And he wasn't going to get anything. So I think that was his way of putting a boundary on it. Like, you can't just go out here and cheat. You got to fulfill this fantasy that you're trying to fulfill. Because anything beyond the woman fantasy is cheating.
Okay. So he set the boundaries there. Who developed open relations? Like, who's it? Can you imagine the first guy or girl? I don't know if it was a guy. I feel like girls go up to the man, be like, hey, I want to be in an open relationship. But can you imagine the first person to come up to somebody and be like, hey, let's try this open relationship deal?
Well, okay.
It had to be a cheater.
Well, I think that it developed, but it wasn't called open relationships like a long time ago.
It's just called free spirited.
Not even free spirited. Think about it like this. You know, we all know of someone who's older, like our grandparents' ages, whose parent had multiple families.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dad had kids over here, kids over here, kids over here, and kids over here. All the moms knew that their kids were brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But they never confronted each other and said, that's my man.
Because it wasn't their man.
But it was.
They just had sex with each other.
But we producing all these kids and we have a quote unquote family. That's my man.
I don't know. That was the same situation with my grandma. Like, it's 3 sets of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think none of them, like, they all knew that. Like, that's weird. That's weird. I just have to say that's weird. I don't know what Papa was a Rolling Stone is what they called it back in the day.
I mean, look at me and my brother.
Like,
we're the same age.
He was a cheater, man. He wasn't in
I mean, he was, but then you have other people that is not considered cheating.
No, that's cheating, man. That's cheating. You're in a committed relationship. Like, I look at...
I guess it's not committed then. Maybe you're right.
Right.
It wasn't committed.
I look at boyfriend and girlfriend
Uh-huh.
as a verbal commitment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm verbally saying I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Once I do something outside of that verbal commitment, I'm not in that verbal commitment anymore.
So you say.
So right, because that's my word. I'm giving you my word.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm in a committed relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's my word.
So when you go outside of that, it becomes cheating then.
Yeah.
So if the commitment was, yeah, okay, babe, you can go out here and mess with this girl, then you're not doing anything outside of the commitment.
I'm not doing anything outside of it, which makes it at that point open.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't discuss what you're doing outside of the commitment,
you're absolutely a cheater.
You're cheating. So
mm-hmm.
Technically, I can say, hey, we can agree that I'm gonna go mess with this girl over here, but me and you are still together.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't ever step up and say, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z, or anything, and you do anything, you're automatically cheating.
Right.
That's not even fair.
Exactly.
But I guess you didn't make that clear as a part of the contract.
As a woman in the relationship, you have to put out there, hey, this is considered cheating, so I gotta get mine too.
I just look at the whole thing. I don't understand why you want to, like, the whole of being a part of it. Like, I don't understand, like, how it comes up and what makes you think, hey, man, an open relationship would be great for our relationship. Like, I would think of like before I said an open relationship, I'd be like, hey, let's try a threesome.
I think that that's probably where it comes in. I was actually just about to say that.
What?
Like, hey, after you have a threesome, I want to try that again.
Right.
Can I try with this girl without you?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
that's
see,
what. Yeah, that's where it definitely
it
comes
could
in.
be an effective lead-in.
Right.
Hey,
Exactly.
we've done this. Let me do this. So, I mean, I guess that would be the lead-in. Maybe somebody that has done this, because we took a poll and a few people said that they'd be willing to try it. I don't know how many of them have actually tried it.
Right.
So maybe somebody has tried it and they can tell us how the conversation went for them.
Because, like, for me, it's like, man, it's just another that's a legal form of cheating. Have you ever seen the movie Hall Pass?
No.
You gotta watch Hall Pass. Hall Pass was so funny to me because he got a hall pass. Mm-hmm. Basically, go out here and do what he wanted to for a night. Mm-hmm. And they spent majority of the movie trying to get into something, but only thing they wanted to do was be with their wife. It was two guys. They went out trying to just do something.
Because everything feels wrong.
Right. And the only thing they could think of was their wife.
Right.
I guess that's the true test or something. Yeah, we can do.
I'm not going to test you.
No need to test, man. We done got married. Like, is that not the biggest test? Is that getting married?
Sometimes marriage isn't a test, though.
No, it's not. It's not. What would you say is some of the negatives outside of cheating in an open relationship?
There's 3 little letters. They're called STDs.
Yeah, that's a major.
Like you're opening yourself up to them, because if I have a girlfriend and you have a girlfriend and your girlfriend has a girlfriend and my girlfriend has a boyfriend, like, we're in a 6-person relationship already off bat.
Yeah.
So how does that work? It opens up too much confusion, because then what if this person is just cheating? They're not even just in an open relationship. Like, y'all open, but she's cheating on this guy to be open with you. It's a lot.
It gets complicated.
It gets very complicated.
It definitely
Remember that used to be a relationship status on Facebook?
It's complicated. Yeah, it is. Have you ever used it? Mm-hmm. I've never used it because I ain't never been. I've always felt like when people say it's complicated, they're confused. I ain't never been confused about a relationship I was in. Either I was in it or I wasn't.
I wasn't confused. I'll tell you about that later.
Oh, okay. Okay. A negative that I see, and you know, that somebody can end up pregnant.
Definitely.
That's one of the, and I hate to say that pregnancy is a negative, but it's like you're married, and then all of a sudden you have an outside baby, and you have to bring this baby home to your wife, and you're like, how do I explain that?
Not even just that. Like, explaining it to your wife is one thing, but then you're gonna get like stoned by family and friends.
Yeah, and they probably don't even understand the whole aspect of me and her was in an open relationship. We knew
I wasn't cheating,
but we knew the risks though.
Exactly.
You know, every time you lay down and have sex with somebody, it's like you playing Russian roulette anyway, because anything can happen.
Because even barren women get pregnant.
Yeah, anything could happen, man. You know, you never know what could come about of this.
What's that NFLer that got a vasectomy and still had like 4 more kids
after? I saw that. I was like, oh, okay, they didn't do his, right?
Right. He was like, I'm part of the group that failed, and I'm like, bruh, did you fail?
Man, you
they
failed.
Need to go back in again
and try it one more time.
3 more.
Just need to do it. Let's snip something else, man. Goodness. Goodness gracious, man. But yeah, like, is there any other negatives that could come from other than breaking up? Because I feel like being in an open relationship can cause people to break up as well. Because I mean, like you said, that one couple, they were on the brink of breaking up. What brings them back to being in love with each other and still wanting to be with each other after they get to the point where they're gonna break up?
I don't know, because I feel like at some point in time you get too far gone. It's kind of like separation. Because I think that a lot of the times when people separate and you move into your own separate houses, it's real tough to bring it back together and say, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to do it together. And I think that going out and being with someone else can breed the grass is greener on the other side. I'm going to just go do this. And I don't have to deal with you and that because there was something that I didn't want to deal with.
Right. So, I felt like something was missing. That's why I feel like when people want to be in a relationship or open relationship, they feel like they're missing out on something. And it wasn't the appreciation that they were looking for when getting into that relationship. Like they jumped into the relationship and it wasn't what they were thinking. And they want to be with this person. They genuinely enjoy this person, want to be with this person, are friends with this person and everything like that. But something's not getting satisfied. And instead of I'm gonna just break up with this person and try to find somebody else. This person is the one for me, but I need something else, or it's something better for me in the one aspect of it.
It's like, what was that Tyler Perry movie? He was talking about 80-20. You're only gonna get 80% of what you need, and you see the 20% of what you want in someone else. But you have to go out there and experience that all they had is 20. And your 80 is over here. The issue is, what if your spouse is the 20?
Wow.
And that somebody out there is the 80. And you're getting more of what you need with that other person.
You leave them.
Right, but you would have never known that
if you wasn't in an open relationship.
Now, that's an instance where it could be better for you as a person, because you could be getting more of what you need, and you could see your way out of your bad, or I don't know the word I want to use.
I wouldn't even say bad. It's the fulfillment is not there.
Yeah, you're not getting what you need from that relationship.
Well, I mean, that's something that needs to be talked about before you say I do.
Well, a lot of people marry the other person's representative.
People don't need to marry other people's representatives.
I mean, it's true though. Like my cousin and I talk about this all the time, that we have another family member who shows their representative to people. So like people are always like, oh my God, they're so nice, they're so sweet. And we like, you don't know this person. Like, sit down and let me tell you a story.
Right.
Because you don't know the half.
Listen here.
Right. You don't know the half. So you meet this person and everything is great, and then it changes completely.
So in that instance, does the person that's getting the 20%, how does that person know to ask, hey, I want to be in an open relationship?
You do it after a threesome. That's what we came up with, right?
I guess so. That's the fix, man. First you start with a threesome, and then you get into this open relationship. Shoot, man, the sky's the limit then.
Okay, so found the solution to not losing your mate in an open relationship. Just say no to threesomes.
Say no to threesomes. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Just say no to threesomes. Somebody's gonna look at me like, man, what is wrong with you?
And I'm like, I don't know him. I do not know him.
Man, that is too funny. Do you know anybody that was in an open relationship personally?
No, not anyone that's actually told me that they were in an open relationship. I have friends who have found out that their spouses were in secret relationships.
Yeah. I feel like those are the same. It's just the other person doesn't know.
Right. That's not open then.
That's cheating.
Right.
It's a closed, it's a one-door closed relationship.
It's a closed relationship.
It's a closed relationship with riders on it.
Must have yellow Skittles.
Right.
But no, I don't know what would, like, I don't even know how to approach asking people.
Right. You just straight up be like, hey, have you ever had an open relationship?
But I've never had the speculation that anyone that I know is in an open relationship.
So check this scenario, right?
Okay. Are you cheating on me?
No, I'm not cheating.
Just gotta ask.
Okay. But so you're out and you see a friend's spot girl, right?
Okay.
And you say, hey, where's such and such friend? You know, your friend. And he's like, oh, she's at home. And
so let's go back and use our Pam and Gina from like earlier episodes.
Okay, bet. So Martin and Gina are out, right?
Okay.
They went out on a date, went to a nice little restaurant, and Martin and Gina sees Tommy.
No, let's do Cole. Cole and Big Shirley.
Cole and Big Shirley. Okay, bet. Martin and Gina sees Cole out with, what was the light-skinned chick name?
I can't remember.
But her. They see him out with her. And they're like,
but this is during the Big Shirley
This
era.
is during Big Shirley's era.
Okay.
So, and they're like, where is Big Shirley? Right. He's like, Big Shirley's at the crib. Yeah, Gina.
Yes, I being Gina.
Right.
I'm going to ask this in front of light-skinned girl.
In front of said light-skinned girl. Because at this point, you and Big, and I know Gina and Big Shirley never met. I don't think.
Maybe we should have used Tommy and Pam.
Maybe.
Okay, let's go back. So Martin and Gina saw Tommy out
without Pam.
Okay.
And so Gina asked Tommy in front of the light-skinned chick, what are you doing? Where's Pam? Tommy says Pam's at the crib.
Okay.
I'm out with this light-skinned chick because we're in an open relationship. Me and Pam was in an open relationship. How do you respond as Gina?
As Gina, I'm going to ask Pam.
You call her right then and there.
Well, back in the 90s, they ain't had cell phones.
Right.
But in 2018,
right.
I'm breaking out my phone. Can you talk? I'm going to send one of those text messages.
Right.
And I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to be right back. And I'm going to go step outside.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have this conversation with her if she can indeed talk.
Yeah.
And be like, so, what's up? Like, y'all having an open, like, you couldn't tell me? Okay, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to be judgmental. Because I'm going to be a little bit judgmental of the fact that you didn't tell me.
Right.
But then I'm going to have like 8 million questions. How does this work? Was it after a threesome?
Right.
How did you get to this point? What happened? Who you talking to?
Hey, so you know, every person that, anybody going forward that says they're in an open relationship, my next question is, did y'all have a threesome?
Did that happen after the threesome or before the threesome?
Right, because somebody had a threesome.
Somebody did. I don't know who did, but somebody did.
Man, that's too funny, man. But yeah, like, I would just be cool.
You wouldn't ask any questions?
No, I would definitely ask questions after it. Because the first thing I'm going to think of is, bro had a threesome.
Okay.
Because I'm going to ask him how was that?
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask him about the open relationship. Because it is, for me, it's cheating. But for everybody else, they have their own ideals of it. And whatever helps them be happy with their spouse. Of course, that's what I want you to do.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm going to, like, as you said, you're going to be judgmental. I'm not going to be so much judgmental. I'm just going to try to ask for an understanding.
I'm going to be judgmental in the fact that nobody told me anything. Because I feel like Gina and Pam are best friends. And if my best friend, because one of my best friends is married, right?
Yeah.
So if April and Brandon were in an open relationship, and April didn't tell me that they were in an open relationship, and I just ran into Brandon out with some girl, I would be like...
Yeah, that goes back to one of our old episodes. It's like, be ready to go ham.
What's up?
What's up?
So, I mean, I don't know. My judgment is not going to come from the open relationship. It's going to be like, why you couldn't tell me?
Yeah.
Like, do I not deserve to know? I shouldn't be out here getting upset because I see your husband out with another lady. I should literally be able to walk up and be like, hey girl, how you doing? What's your name?
But would you even do that if you didn't? Like, you wouldn't do that, man.
You're right, because I'm mean.
Right. But
I would say hey to him though. and I would speak to her.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be overly nice.
Yeah.
But that's just a me thing in general.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the open relationship aspect. I'm just mean.
You're just Artieka.
Yeah, I mean.
So, but anyway, so in conclusion, I feel like is an open relationship cheating?
No.
It's not cheating. Would you participate in an open relationship?
No.
That was my way of asking guys. I just want you to know that was it. Like, I got my answer. She said no, so no.
Were you trying to do that?
Nah.
Oh,
I'm just trying to figure out where your mindset was.
Like, who am I married to?
Tommy.
Whoa.
T. No, so it's cheating. It's not cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to participate in an open relationship. And do you know anybody? Nope.
No, can't say that I do.
Man, if we ever found somebody, I have a million questions.
I'm going to invite them over. And I actually want all 3 parties to be present, or 4, whatever.
Nah, I wouldn't want all of them. I would just want the main 2 characters.
No, I want to know the feelings of the others.
I feel like we're in Maury then. We like...
No, because like, okay, so I imagine
Maury?
Yes. I imagine this is going to happen with some wine.
Man, you think everything's going to happen.
And we're going to sit down, we're going to have a conversation, and I'm going to get some insight because I want to understand how you got here.
Yep.
So, I mean, and I need all parties present because I would like to know how the
other person
feels.
the
side girl or guy feels. Because,
the outside relationship.
Mm-hmm. I want to know how they feel. Like, are you expecting for this to progress into more? Are you okay with polygamy? Because at some point you got...
What's the difference?
Well, you're married to all the people.
Yeah. That's real player stuff right there.
Sister wives and things of that nature.
Oh, okay. That's what that's called.
Polygamy?
I got you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know about Amish people.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are Amish people polygamous?
No, I don't think so. I think you're calling out stuff now.
I'm making
that something. Beat up, man.
Like Utah or something. I
don't know. Anyway, babe, what you got for us today? Quote of the week or quote of inspiration?
This was really difficult today.
Was it?
Yeah, it's like really hard. So I picked a Kanye West song from
No Red Hat, right?
No, this was
Red Hat
before that.
Oh, this before Red Hat.
So I stopped with Kanye around this album.
Oh, okay.
Was when Kanye and I kind of broke up.
Okay.
I even have a Kanye My Baby Daddy t-shirt from a tour.
Yeah.
So we really broke up.
Okay.
Like the kids aren't his anymore. They call it somebody else's daddy.
Oh, okay.
But he said that, oh gosh, my phone went out. He said he was never was much of a romantic. I could never take the intimacy, and I know I did damage because the look in your eyes is killing me. I thought that kind of alluded to having issues because we know that him and Amber were having threesomes, which could have led to open relationships.
There you go. That's my girl. Bringing it all around.
Full circle.
Full circle. Well, guys, that's it for the episode today. I want to thank you guys for listening. This episode has been brought to you guys by 3M Network. Yeah, man. Just comment, like, share, and everything.
This week.
What's up?
Friday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Friday we're gonna do a live show. Or no. It's
kind of like an after show. I think we're gonna do it on like maybe 2 platforms, maybe Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Kind of run both of those simultaneously so that we can have a conversation about open relationships. Yep. Like now I'm invested. I'm interested.
Yeah, me too, man.
And
I have questions.
Yeah, so Friday, what do we say, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, it was something like 7 or 8.
Yeah, 8 Eastern time. We're going to sit down, have a conversation. I might bring some wine. So that means it's going to be a real conversation. Yeah. And,
like we don't have real conversations?
Nah, I mean, my conversations get even more, okay, out there.
But be on the lookout for it. Definitely going to be posting a few things this week. Mm-hmm. So be on the lookout for that. And
Follow us, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're actually going to upload the episode onto YouTube this week as well, so you guys can get a visual and not just audio. 3ampnetwork.com. We're on iTunes, Google Play,
Spotify.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Pretty much everywhere you can listen to podcasts.
Yep. So that's it for me on this church news. You got anything else?
I'm good.
All right, man. Well, I'm out, guys.
All right, y'all.
Had to get that in there.
Let me show you what I just did, Ace. Or did I show you already?
Wait, those are not the same.
Right. Bold, italic.
You did this part?
No. I found it online like that. I'm about to stop it.